Guys, come and join me on this tour of this brand new 6-bed HMO in Kings Heath. Right, let me turn the camera around. Okay, so we've got the two large notice boards up with the outside facing out, so it's easier to put the notices, post box or baskets for the tenants, original stained glass. There'll be some mirrors to be put along here as well. Let's walk into the first studio. Okay, so this is Studio A. I think this is going to be the smallest one. I'm pretty sure this is already let as well. It's got your fridge, freezer, sink, work counter, microwave oven, and the ensuite. So there's 6 of these now. Sorry, there were 6. We've let 3 already. The development's just finished. I put a hold on the viewings just to make sure that things are done in time for the tenants to move in, and it's actually ready now. So that's quite good. So I'll take final market pictures now, and then give you that final push. So this is the sort of lounge area. So this is the mirror that we can get on Amazon that we put up. I've placed it here so the landlord knows where to put it. So dining table, some tables, straightforward furniture. I doubt tenants would use this. It's just a breakout space if they need it. And then we've got the communal kitchen. As I said, all units in here are studios. It's all self-contained, but you would also need a large communal kitchen area. Technically it's a HMO, so you do need the amenity space and amenities provided as you would a HMO. So you've got 2 hobs, 2 sinks, plenty of bins. They would need lid. There's a sticker there. So general waste, and then we'll need one for recycling as well. 2 large fridge freezers. Each rooms will have their own fridge freezer as well, and hobs and microwave oven and sinks. But for the heavy cooking, so the frozen food, that sort of stuff, would leave tenants who use this, and they would also use the washer dryer as well. So we've got 2 lovely modern washer dryers. So this will be used really as the laundry room, and where people will oftentimes cook all their food for the week. So that's quite nice. So this is just for social, so people don't actually live in their own studios. Some things to discuss with the tenants, with landlords. So some of these lights sensors aren't coming on as fast as they should. Potentially touch-ups now that the furniture is in. Potentially touch up the walls. These lights here, for example, they don't come on. Okay, so this is the nice one. Nice large studio. Carpets. Blinds are coming next week. So there'll be nice blackout grey blinds. This is the nice large studio. I've got to make sure. So at this stage, essentially I'm just walking around to make sure everything is relatively in good order. Making sure all these switches are on, because once the landlord leaves, once the builder leaves, when we do check-in, we're not, or whoever does check-in isn't going to know where all the various switches are, and then the tenant will move in and they'll ask, why is the fan not working? Well, no, actually they wouldn't ask why the fan is not working. That's different. They'll ask why the heater's not working, or why the hob's not working, and it's because the the switch isn't on, and the check-in person, the check-in member of our team won't know to do that. So it's best to turn it on now, or ask the landlord to ask their contractor to turn everything on once everything's finished, because we won't know where things are, and then we'd have to advise the tenant. This is the other small, relatively small, it's not bad actually, studio. And this has already been let. So what you'll find is that the cheapest or the lowest rent accommodation with a studio, so with a kitchen unit or with an ensuite, generally go first, because in a high demand area, people will have a certain budget, and they will attract and they'll satisfy those tenants as well. So it's not so bad to have smaller units. Ideally, if you can, have larger units. But there's always going to be demand for smaller units in high demand areas only. That's the important bit. Okay, so another thing as well is I always go around and turn these isolators on for extractor fans, because 100% if that's not turned on at this stage before tenants move in, absolutely the tenants would not turn it on because they won't know to. They won't know to turn it on, that they have to turn it on, which means that I've just turned it on, which means that there's an extractor fan that's just simply not being used. And when the tenants shower, bath, all that sort of stuff, all the humidity won't be extracted from the area, and then there'll be loads of damp and mold, and that'll be problematic. And really, it's not something. It's something you kind of expect tenants to know, and you kind of mentioned it, but tenants won't know. And because we think it's such an obvious and a given thing, we assume that it's on, and the tenants won't be aware of it or what it is. So yeah, always make sure before checking, make sure your extractor fan isolator switch is switched on. This is the sensor that doesn't turn on as quickly as it should, because you don't want tenants to come out there in the dark and trip over. You can tell this is a new HMO. Obviously, you know what that is, don't you? It's the packaging for the mattresses. So that's always a giveaway. Okay, final two. Again, more packaging. It's always packaging. Top studio. This is another nice one. Therefore, each studio has an intercom system connected to the front, which is really helpful because these days everybody orders takeout, orders deliveries, Amazon delivery, Uber Eats, that sort of stuff. And I feel sorry for the person, in the front unit at the front of the house, because they're the person that's going to get disturbed the most by delivery people. So it's always good to have an intercom system that connects up to each individual unit throughout the house, and then you're getting your items delivered. Tenants are getting the items delivered, and the tenant at the front isn't going to always won't get disturbed as much. This is a very large room. I think this one's let as well. Okay, and then jump on that one. And this is the final one. So yeah, in this sort of situation, because the landlord's doing the development and we've started marketing it, as the agent, you should be a bit sensible and try to estimate when the property will actually be ready. Obviously, everybody will have their timeline. Projects will overrun, certificates, all that sort of stuff. So as the agent, you just have to juggle when you think in reality that unit is going to be ready for tenants to move in. So we did the marketing, let 3 units straight away, and then I slowed the marketing down to make sure that this project is going to be delivering time. So because we don't want 6 tenants potentially not being able to move in because of delays. So we've got 3 tenants, they're ready to move in. Now I can give the final push for the last 3 rooms, knowing that the property is now ready. So I've taken some more marketing pictures. The last time I was here, it was nowhere near ready or as ready. So I've taken final marketing pictures and update the ads, and then we'll get the last 3 rooms let as well. So that's it. That's the tour of the 6-bed HMO studios in Kings Heath, just after Kings Heath High Street in Birmingham. My name is Nguyen. We let manage high quality HMOs and singlets in and around Birmingham. If you like this sort of stuff, you've got properties you would like us to rent. So we do singlets, HMOs, blocks of flats, all that sort of stuff. Pretty hands-on, as you can see. Just reach out and let me know if you're interested in any of these units or any other properties in and around Birmingham. We go up as far as Tamworth, Warsaw, Coventry, Solihull, Redditch, all over the place. We've got quite a decent sized team. If you like this sort of stuff, please don't forget to like and follow for more. All right, see you, bye.